Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Today we're going to talk about Garp's title if you were an admiral. If you want to see more about One Piece on our channel, please give us a like and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask you to subscribe to our channel. That way, you'll join our pirate crew and earn an Akuma no Mi or master your favorite haki. It would also greatly help our crew if you could like today's video so together we can become Yonkus. Now let's continue with today's video. Guys, Garp is one of those character cases in One Piece who, despite appearing only a few times throughout the series, managed to capture the attention of thousands of fans around the world with his charisma. However, it's likely that as the series moves into its final arcs, we will see more focus on him and some other characters who have been sidelined for a good part of the story, especially since we will eventually have a new Great War approaching, and Garp has been captured by the one who will cause this conflict. This war may force all these marine characters and some other pirates to get involved in one way or another, either to support the world government or to confront it. Regardless, we hope Garp is among that select group of characters who will gain prominence again, especially seeing him in action in epic and memorable battles. The way things are going, it's likely that he, like others, will end up on Luffy's side in this conflict since he regrets not having protected Ace before, staying true to his convictions and washing his hands regarding the young pirate. But curiously, although Garp is someone quite strict about marine rules, he has never bowed to the Tenryubitos. That's why he never accepted the position of Admiral and remained a Vice Admiral all these years. But stepping a bit away from the character's reality, what if Garp became an Admiral? Would he be as powerful as the others, like Akainu? What would his title be? In today's video, we will discuss this crazy possibility. Monkey D. Garp is an extremely famous and powerful Vice Admiral of the Marine. He is the father of Monkey D. Dragon, the paternal grandfather of Monkey D. Luffy, and the adoptive grandfather of the late Portgas D. Ace. Garp was responsible for overseeing Ace's birth and raising young Luffy before entrusting both of them to the Daden family. Garp is one of the main figures, alongside Kong, Sengoku, Shiki, Silver's Rayleigh, and Whitebeard. From the days when Goldie Roger, the king of pirates, was still alive, his feats as a Marine soldier were met with immense notoriety and prestige, with his actions during a specific incident earning him the title of Hero of the Marine. Notably, Garp was offered the rank of Admiral several times throughout his career, but refused the promotion each time. Garp was first introduced in the works of One Piece during the Kobe Meppo cover serial, where he took on the training of Kobe and Helmeppo after their events. After the war, he became a Marine instructor to train new recruits, although he still holds the rank of Vice Admiral. Due to his actions, he can be considered the main antagonist of the post-Enies Lobby arc. He is also a secondary antagonist in the Marineford arc, as he washed his hands of his adoptive grandson and refused to help Luffy save Ace from execution. Garp is an eccentric but loving man who is loyal both to his criminal family and to the Marine headquarters, which he has served for decades. He is loud, exuberant, and generally acts very much like his grandson. Curiously, he also has the habit of falling asleep during conversations and can be quite distracted. Luffy's crew noticed his seemingly hereditary selfishness during Garp's interaction with Luffy in Water 7. Unlike many Marines, Garp does not believe that a person's lineage determines their path. Similarly, he does not believe that being labeled a criminal necessarily makes someone a bad person. Although Garp wanted his grandsons to become Marines, he entrusted their care to a mountain bandit whom he refused to turn in for prosecution. Garp believes that throwing children into tough conditions will eventually make them strong, and he sees no problem in hitting them in a way that would be considered acceptable in history. In other words, Garp is someone who teaches children to live in a more violent way, so to speak. Despite this, he is a friendly person. When Ace asked Garp if he should have been born, Garp replied that Ace would find the answer if he continued living. When Momousagi mentioned that Luffy was being targeted by two emperors, Garp did not show much concern about it, almost as if he had confidence in his own grandson to handle the situation. Although Garp follows the more serious orders from the Marine headquarters, he values his freedom and family very highly, often to the point of bending the rules to accommodate those values. Initially, he refused to capture Luffy in Water 7 until he was explicitly ordered to do so. Despite fulfilling his duties, Garp has a moral code to follow, which, according to Sengoku, is the main reason Garp has declined the promotion to Admiral several times, with one of the codes stating that it is not his duty to protect the Celestial Dragons. Moreover, Garp generally appreciates Luffy's feats as a pirate, and only seriously regrets his grandson's choices to become pirates after Ace is captured. He also allowed Luffy to hit him due to the value he placed on his family over his duty as a Marine during the war at Marineford. On one occasion, he also let slip the name of Monkey D. Dragon in front of Luffy, his friend, friends and his subordinates without any consideration in Water 7. When he realized he shouldn't have said that, he simply laughed and asked everyone to forget what they heard. Like Luffy, Garp is extremely straightforward and honest when speaking to people, as seen when he spoke poorly of Sterry, the current king of the Goa Kingdom, without fear of the consequences. He considers the celestial dragons despicable and is not afraid to express that out loud. The main reason he refused to become an admiral is that he does not want to be directly subordinate to them, effectively becoming a dog for them. In fact, Garp did not want to have to serve them directly, if possible. Although he is a marine and loyal to the world government, Garp feels considerable disgust for the world nobles and refused the promotion to admiral because that would make him a direct subordinate to them. He did not hesitate to belittle the celestial dragons in front of other significant figures, such as in relation to King Sterry, who merely accepted the insult without enthusiasm. The only reason the world nobles did not dismiss him for his rebellious personality was because of his popularity and merits, which could still make him an admiral if he wanted. But that is quite doubtful to actually happen. In fact, it is practically possible. When we think about it, if Garp were to become an admiral, he would likely reuse one of his titles. He is known as Garp the Fist and Hero of the Marines. Perhaps the title Garp the Fist would be the chosen one for that situation and would fit the character perfectly, don't you think? Now, would he be as powerful as an admiral compared to the others? That's something to consider, but perhaps not so much. Compared to other powerful characters like Akainu, he would likely fall short despite his abilities. The relationship between Akainu and Garp, by the way, is difficult. Sakazuki has never shown respect for Garp, despite the former vice admiral being a hero eligible for the admiral position for being from the previous generation, but his antipathy primarily stems from Garp sharing the same lineage as Dragon and Luffy. Garp, in turn, also has no respect for him, even though he is now the fleet admiral, and does not consider him. He stated that he would kill Sakazuki mercilessly for executing Ace if he had not been restrained by Sengoku. Regarding their physical abilities, we can cite some very interesting things to compare the two characters. Garp is one of the most powerful fighters seen in the series so far. Although he is very old, Garp still possesses extremely high physical strength. He is capable of throwing iron cannonballs as if they were baseballs, being faster than the speed of a cannon, destroying brick walls and cannons with his fists, and carrying and throwing a giant iron ball many times larger than the 1,000 sun he could. Garp also has a monstrous punching ability at his disposal, with his epithet Garp the Fist, guaranteeing his strength in every blow. He claimed to have destroyed 8 mountains during his training to face Qinjiao. In addition to his legendary strength, he possesses incredible durability and pain tolerance, as seen when he was cut by Captain Morgan's hand axe, only to recover a few seconds later without feeling pain, and seemingly oblivious to the fact that he had been hit. This happened because he fell asleep before being attacked. He was able to return to normal after being punched by Luffy in Gear 2nd at point-blank range, without losing consciousness, and still managed to confront the Blackbeard pirates alongside Sengoku. He also demonstrated extreme speed, as when he managed to pass by all the Straw Hats to reach a sleeping Luffy. It is evident that Whitebeard respects Garp's strength, as mentioned during his conversation with Shanks. It is also important to note that Garp is not seen carrying weapons, except for the cannonballs he throws, which implies that he is probably a hand-to-hand fighter. Garp is also well aware of the existence of haki, as evidenced when his grandson unleashes Hao Shoku Haki all over the area. Additionally, it was stated that all vice admirals possess haki, so Garp may also use this ability. He is aware of the existence of Haoshoku Haki, as when he said he can inherit this after all, upon seeing Luffy use it in Marineford. When Kobe seemed to awaken Kenbun Shoku Haki on his own, a doctor recommended that the Marine Kobe ask Garp to teach him to master it, suggesting that he has enough experience to guide others. With his Busa Shoku Haki, Garp was able to injure Luffy multiple times, ignoring his rubber body. During the Battle of Marineford, he was able to punch and injure Marco, despite his Phoenix regenerative form. He was also seen crushing the cone-shaped head of Qinjiao with a haki-imbued punch 30 years ago. This shows us that despite being quite limited to close combat, Garp is a very powerful man in his own right and could defeat several equally strong opponents. Compared to Akainu, however, the use of haki would be ultra necessary to even land a hit on him. While a fight between them is something quite likely to happen, we could only know if Garp is limited to close combat or not when he actually goes into action. So, although we do not know enough about him to say for sure, we can say that even as a Vice Admiral, Garp is quite a threatening opponent. Without a doubt, as an Admiral, he would be a strong threat to pirates in general, if he so desired. And what about you? Do you think Garp, as an Admiral, could be as strong or even stronger than Akainu? Does he he hide abilities that we still do not know about? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. That's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you have suggestions for a video, don't forget to comment below because I will read them all, as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any content from your pirate crew. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.